Tonight's the night.
You know the first episode of this is kind of the opposite of Dance in the Vampire Bund. Dance has a shit first episode and gets good from 2 onward. Whereas this has a great first episode and immediately goes downhill. This show is marketed as Saw with cute anime girls in maid outfits, and that is what you get. In the first episode, and only the first episode. This show is a great example of putting your best foot first because they put every good idea in episode 1, and then ran out. The first episode has a bunch of good traps. One when you find the key, the buzzsaw trap, and the weighted elevator. But in the next game, there's just landmines on every floor. And I guess a random vault at the bottom. After that it's just battle royals where you kill everyone. The outfits are a great example of how bland the show gets after episode 1. They start with differently designed maid outfits and then have bland white dresses, then towels, and at the end they do have interesting outfits again. But if they didn't have any interesting ideas for outfits, they shouldn't have made it, so they change free game. Just keep them in the maid outfits. That's what the marketing team did, and they were right to. It's annoying because episode 1 starts so well. I liked it up until this moment right here.
Never have you gone so soft, so fast!
What the fuck?
I had to be careful. I can't be too brutal killing the wolf, because it might turn off the audience.
Are you gay? Why are you acting so gay?
This shows a fundamental misunderstanding of your audience. Both from the in-universe show and the anime makers. I mean, like, there's a whole game where they're wearing bath towels with the goal to kill each other. So what would they have done if a towel fell off while they're running and fighting? If the people making these games fear blood, it stands to reason they'd fear nudity. Saw literally invented the horror subgenre of torture porn.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby! Alright! Get up! Yeah, man, get up! Hit it!
How the fuck is anyone supposed to get off on this if there's no blood?
There will be blood.
No, John, there isn't. That's the problem.
You like when women cry?
No, but I like it when they scream, and Brianna Knickerbocker really knows how to scream.
What a yummy flavor.
Brianna Knickerbocker really knows how to scream, and it's completely wasted on this. She's putting her heart and soul into this death scene, and the animators could not be bothered to do the same. By the way, she's playing a maid with short blue hair that dies because someone likes the character voiced by Kaylee Mills more. That must be an intentional ReZero reference. So well done, casting director, you're great at your job. I really hate that the girls are all just stuffed dolls because it completely ruins the tension. Episode 1 is the best episode, but the fundamental world building of the stuffing undermines everything. Like, there's the elevator trap where it will only work under a certain weight. So, the girls must cut their arms and legs off, showing that they have the will to survive, right?
Wrong!
Because due to being dolls, they can just be reattached like Legos. Simon from Saw 6 would be disgusted by this.
Look at my goddamn arm! What the fuck am I supposed to learn from this, huh? Look at my arm! You wanna know what the best thing that happened to me after having to cut off my own arm? Is handicapped parking at the damn mall!
She had the will to survive, to sacrifice. These girls do not. Unlike Saw characters who are kidnapped and forced into death traps to make them lock in for the first time in their lives, these girls are here by choice, coming back multiple times. They don't appreciate their lives, and as we all know,
Those who don't appreciate life do not deserve life.
Seriously, no wonder they keep coming back because these games are painfully easy. The resistance thing that gets mentioned one time and then never again really is stupid because the girls are there willingly and only die due to their own incompetence. People talk about Yuki like she's a big deal for surviving so many, but she herself admits that she's not very smart. She just has common sense, which ironically is very uncommon. Seriously, the viewer shouldn't watch a death game and think, oh, well, this shit is easy money. People are scared to get put in a saw trap. Nobody should fear these games. Kiara really does have the right idea when playing because killing every other player really is the best strategy. Let's go through how to win the only good game real quick, the maid game. Kill everyone. Don't stand there like a deer in headlights after finding the key because no shit, it's a trap. At the buzzsaw trap, you just immediately unlock yourself since there's no one to fight for the key. Then get on the elevator since it's just you. Then leave since everyone's already dead. Saw games usually try to make you a better person, but these games are built to be won by selfish assholes. The reason the stuffing sucks so much is because it's so inconsistent what can kill these girls. The first death we ever see is from getting shot through the neck. We also see someone die from getting shot through the chest. But one girl gets fucking blown in half with what would be her organs spilling out and she's fine. Yuki's mentor also gets all her organs removed and is fine. After she got up, I expected Kiara to also be alive, but no, she for some reason died from being shot in the face despite having a metal skull. Also, this show is artsy, but not the good kind like Better Call Saul where they do interesting shots and camera angles. This show is more the pretentious, boring kind of artsy. This show has 11 episodes. Well, technically, the movie that just came out is classified as episode 12. But putting that aside, this might as well have been 10 episodes because you can fully skip episode 5 and you probably won't even realize you missed an episode. This is the episode where Kinko's dad calls Yuki on a random payphone she was walking past to talk about the revolution. Also, I think he's the only man in the whole show, which is weird because this isn't even a magical girl anime. But like I said, that shit's not plot relevant. The girls are all choosing to be there. John would hate these people for not appreciating their lives. Could you imagine Jigsaw in this world? Nobody would survive his traps. All the girls would be completely wiped out. There'd be no need for a revolution because people would be too scared to join the games with John in charge. Now you can argue the girls are too stupid to make their own decisions, but I've never really had much sympathy for people that run into tornadoes to film them. It's just natural selection at that point. This show is hard carried by how much you like Yuki because until Best Girl Kiara shows up, she's the only interesting character. Ultimately, while I know this show is marketed as anime Saw, I think Angels of Death is a way better attempt at a Saw anime. And of course, if you want to watch a Saw hentai, there's always Euphoria. Well, that's everything.
Good.